the new Soya Joy 3rd generation G3 automatic soy milk maker, you can make 50 ounces of fresh, homemade soy milk. You can make milks from nuts, grains, beans, and seeds. But what's really cool about this new model, it makes making tofu in your own kitchen a breeze. It is so easy. The first thing I'm going to do, because I'm going to show you how to do it, we're going to take soybeans, and these are Laura beans, the best soybeans to make soy milk and tofu with. And we're going to use the Soya Joy measuring cup. This comes packed in the machine, and it is not the standard measuring cup. So when I say 1 cup, I don't mean 8 ounces. I mean 1 measuring cup. So I'm going to take not 1, but 2 measuring cups, Soya Joy measuring cups of raw soybeans. Rinse them, soak them overnight, and they will look like this. These are plumped and they're ready to go. 2 cups soaked overnight, and this is filled with water already up to just the bottom line. And because of the filterless design, we're just going to drop the soybeans right into the water, just like that. And the machine is going to run the same cycle as making regular soy milk. We've just used more beans. We're going to plug it in. It'll beep and light each button. The button we're going to press, beans and nuts. And in 15 minutes, we're going to make tofu. My Soya Joy is beeping. That means that we're ready to move on making our tofu. Take the machine head off, and we're going to pour it through the colander to separate out the okara. That's very, very rich soy milk. We used extra soybeans, soaked them overnight. It's very hot. Hurry it along. Because it's thicker and richer, it's going to take a few more minutes. There'll be more okara, but you can use that okara to make delicious okara burgers. You can put it in cookies. You don't want to waste it. Rich in protein and fiber. I love the smell of fresh soy milk. Squeeze it a bit. We're going to set that okara aside so that we can use it in some of our favorite recipes. There you go. There's the last of it. This is nigari. Nigari is made from seaweed, and this is what coagulates our soy milk into tofu. The first thing we're going to do is mix it with a little bit of warm water, like this. Just stir it until it mixes and blends, turns clear. I like using nigari. You could use calcium sulfate, add a little calcium to your tofu. I like nigari, it makes a sweeter tofu. There you go. While I'm stirring in one direction, I'm going to pour the nigari in like that. Some people like to pour it in 2 stages, but I find that I don't really have to do that. It makes great tofu. Now I'm going to cover it. I always cover it with a plate. Keep it warm. Going to set it aside for 10 minutes, and it's going to separate into curds and whey, just like Little Miss Muffet. This is a tofu press. I ordered it from Soya Joy at soymilkmaker.com, and this is what we're going to use to make our tofu. This is the top part that we press onto the tofu with, and as you can see, it comes with a cheesecloth. Lovely cheesecloth. And this cheesecloth is very important to use. We're going to dampen the cheesecloth, squeeze it out like that, and lay it in the tofu press, and pour the coagulated soy milk through the colander, separating the curds from the whey, like that. And then just deposit the curds into the tofu press. And keep going until they're all in there. Look at those curds, big chunks. That's what's going to make our tofu. Delicious homemade tofu. Now we fold the cheesecloth back in over the curds. Place the top back onto the tofu press. And pour off some of that liquid. And I'm going to weight it down with something heavy, like this marble pestle. But you can use anything heavy. Canned beans, jars of tomato sauce, whatever you have that's going to weigh it down. Our tofu's been pressing for 5 hours. And when I take the top off and I unwrap it, there should be a block of tofu in there. And there it is. Fresh homemade tofu. I'm going to turn it onto a plate. There's the block of tofu that we just made in the smaller plastic press. I also got this press from Soya Joy. I used 2 batches of thickened soy milk to make this. It's a larger block of tofu. And you just make 2 batches, coagulate it, and it's a large, as you can see, it's a larger, kind of a different shape. Some people like the wooden press. I like the smaller one. This is the tofu that we just made. It's firm. You can saute it, you can bread it, you can bake it, you can do anything with it that you would do with store-bought tofu. It's fresh, it's delicious, you know everything that went in there. It's really easy. Fresh homemade tofu.